Alright, welcome back everyone. So we are at the splitting point at the end game, or approaching the end game, where we have to choose the alliances. We have the Principe, we have the two different companies, Royal Deadfire, and also Valiant Trading Company. We have the Juana. So we have quite a lot. So what I'm going to do though, is I'm going to start off with the Valiant Trading Company. The reason why is because it'll be a little bit easier turning in the quest we just finished with the teleportation going on, right? I'm just having trouble finding it. Not dunnage. Not that one either. Where is it? Mind? No. Where'd it go? I just was looking at it, I swear. Skipping ahead. Right. So let's do that. And let's see how this ending ends.
Leave it to me. Not a problem.
Alright. Faster. Faster. Alright. It's Bareth. It's interesting you can't hire not the gullet, but the crime syndicate in the gullet. I thought you'd be able to. Gonna quickly increase our diplomacy just in case. Alright, so steadfast inspiration upgraded to resolute. 5 resolve concentration for 6 seconds, or quick inspiration in addition to steadfast. Let's do that one. Alright, let's talk to you.
Watcher, at last, someone who can answer my questions. They're saying there was an attack at the Spire. I fear I'd sent you to your death. None of the Juana guards will tell us a thing, and Flaune's message is illegible. What happened?
Royal Deadfire Company sent some mercenaries to kill everyone in the Spire. I got back just in time. Well, the good news is I ended up somewhere in the physical world at this time. The bad news is that the mercenaries tried to kill us all. Mercenaries for Deadfire Company, nothing serious. Yeah, I'll say the third one.
The Royal Deadfire Company? I didn't realize they were even aware of our efforts. I'm glad you're in one piece, Watcher. I'll have the details out to Flaune, I think. You've more than earned your reward. And my trust. Oh, and perhaps you'd consider stopping by Alvari's office. I believe she'll want some assurances as to the state of the Spire.
Okay.
Watcher, I'll answer what I can, of course.
Tell me about Governor Alvari.
Alvari? Appointed by the council, that one. To be honest, I know very little about her. Certainly a competent woman when it comes to short-term goals.
Short-term?
There are rumors she started out on a ship, a deckhand if you believe it. Quite the climb from humble beginnings.
Alright, what do you make of the Juana?
The people? They are pleasant enough, very welcoming. Superstitious, of course. Ignorant of a lot of what occurs beyond their territory. That said, Nekataka is certainly beautiful, isn't it? Ak, I much prefer to be posted here than some little fishing village. And the Queen certainly strikes an impressive figure. There are a great many legends about her. I suspect few are even true.
Alright, tell me more about the Valiant Trading
There's
Company.
a great deal to talk about, and I assume you don't want a history lesson. Was there something specific you wanted to know?
Actually, history lesson. How did it start?
It was established in 2708. after the Deadfire's wealth of resources became apparent. The first of the company's directors, Farah Batteret, was granted authority to gather those resources in the name of the Valian Republics. There was no Kahanga tribe of note then, really. No Queen Onakaza, to be sure. Our chief competitors at the time were the Adirans. Much as with the Deerwood, the Empire couldn't maintain a foothold. We didn't discover the properties of Luminous Adra until a couple of years ago, but the company's successes in the region predate that by quite some time.
What was the company's interest in the Deadfire?
Chiefly Luminous Adra. There are various mining interests among the investors as well, but the Luminous Adra trade has taken priority. But the company has also funded advancements in the field of animancy. The Deadfire holds numerous Nguithan ruins. And unlike the Deerwood's Glenfarthens, the Huana take no great offense if we go digging through the past.
How does the Valiant Trade Company get along with other groups in Nekataka?
Oh, relations with the Huana have been peaceful for the most part. Onakaza's work uniting the tribes has certainly made negotiations more feasible. A few outlying tribes are still openly hostile towards us. As for the Royal Deadfire Company, I think it's safe to say we are competitors. Whatever plans they have for the Deadfire, our outposts seem to be in the way. The pity of it is that under friendlier circumstances, we might have appreciated Rawatai's support against the Principe. As it stands, they sink our ships as often as the pirates.
Right.
Yes, I'll answer what I can, of
Tell me about
course.
animancers.
Flaune Alette is my main point of contact, to be honest. Apart from a few special appointments, she selected her own assistants. A talented group to a one. I find them painfully young at times. Alette has always been a firebrand. She rubbed a few people the wrong way back in the Republics, which gave me the opportunity to offer her a place here, on an island paradise.
Was interested in animacy?
Yes. I've never had the best of luck explaining. It's easier to say it's the future and leave it to the imagination. Everything the Luminous Adra powder can do, the rejuvenating effects, the energy, is no more than a pleasant side effect for the shareholders. But the truth is, this research could propel us ahead decades. We tangle with the fabric of the soul. Imagine if we could better ourselves as easily as we mend a battered hull. If we could transport ourselves leagues and leagues away in a moment. It's the potential of the thing. I wish everyone could see it.
Here I was thinking animacy was basically like raising people from the dead. It's anything touching the souls. Got it. Let me know more about you.
I suppose that's fair. I know a great deal about you, after all.
Voice acting is...
I've worked for the company a long time. Before that, I managed a family business. A merchant, you might say. I like to think I have a good eye for talent. Talent and opportunity. That's all any venture needs. I suppose it caught the Songreta Mia Compressor's attention.
Congress of the
I was
company.
assigned here.
Body of 11 highest-ranking investors who collectively operate the Valiant Trading Company. I see. You didn't volunteer. I see.
So nothing too interesting, I'm afraid. Unless me, I suppose. I like to think I
didn't
have.
volunteer?
No. The Songreta, it has free reign in such matters. That I was appointed director means that they had faith I would be the most effective choice. It is an honor. So nothing.
Alright, there we go.
Now then.
Okay, so that wasn't what I was expecting, because Holiday of the Five Sons. The hell is that? Remember there's this chick.
Ado, Watcher. I hope you aren't staying too long. Insanity seems to follow you, and I just finished reordering the shelves. Oh, I'm very glad you survived, of course.
I was going to say, I don't know who at the Valiant Trading Company I'm supposed to talk to get the main storyline going, so maybe they're allowing me. This would be awesome. I wish all games were like this. Maybe I can actually talk to everyone before I take that next step.
What can I do for
Maybe
you
that's
today,
what this episode's
Watcher?
More questions.
I can spare a few
What's
moments.
Castell's story?
Oh, him. Good family. Sensible. Big plans for the Deadfire he has. Big, expensive plans.
That's all I was running about. Alright, well, nothing here. Alright, let's talk to the Hilari.
I can't decide if the gods must love or hate you, Watcher. Perhaps both. Volcanoes, giant waves. Mel, I've had my fill of this island.
Right.
It involves no divinities, but I do have some news for you as well. I have decided to take action with regards to Castel's incompetence.
Huh?
I have called together a meeting of the Songreta Mea Compressa. Our esteemed investors have come to hear Director Castel's excuses for squandering their fortunes.
Iris moves the front of his coat, plucks lint from the sleeve.
You've witnessed Castel's mistakes personally, and you know what is at stake for us with Ukaizo. The council we want to hear from you, the Cantanucesi in particular.
Cantanucesa? A title owned by Nero, son of Deuces. What the hell? Whoa. That's interesting. I thought she was, especially since she's in a smaller room and on the bottom floor, I thought the dude and the director was Castel. I thought he was the higher up. So I got confused when she was like, I guess you got to report to him now. Anyways, yeah, so he's getting sacked.
The company needs new leadership. Leadership that can make effective use of its most important allies. Let us start here. Striking a fine impression before the wealthiest men and women in Eora.
I'll tell them the truth. Castel never did me wrong. If this is some kind of deal, there we go. If this is some kind of deal you're proposing, I'm in. I suppose you think you'd be a better director. Your politics aren't my business. I'll tell them the truth.
Will you?
Shady.
When you and the truth are on such poor terms, you will attend the trial, I hope. Your testimony is a vital part of the proceedings.
Fine, let's get this over with. Leave. I have other messages.
Of course. I will send word to the shareholders. You can meet us upstairs when you are ready.
Shit. That is wild. Not now. Why not? Alright, let's keep on going, okay? Let's talk to everyone then. But I'd still want to go Valiant first, in the end days. We're gonna do the zigzag. Ooh, we could go to the gullet first. Yeah, alright, so we're gonna go to the gullet first. Actually, that could be a waste of time. Huh. Brass Citadel first. Then we'll go to the gullet on the way back. And then... Why can't we hire Archimir? Why can't we... The Circle of Magi to take out Aethys or whatever. Intimidate. Explosives. What is this? Fighter lunges through the battle, pulling an enemy into immediate melee range, causing crush damage, leaving them dazed. Enemy's armor rating significantly reduced for the next attack they receive. Allows the fighter to pull allies to safety if they choose. Doing so will not harm the ally. Sounds pretty awesome. Shorty. Religion. Not me. And the big guy walks streaks toward a distant target, hitting them with full attack, inflicting terrible crush damage on foes in the path. Monk now gains his smart inspiration as well as whatever that was. Between linking their incoming wounds to the body, constitution bonus and mind bonus, the pain from the monk's wounds allow them to build armor rating against incoming attacks. The monk is able to channel that pain into pure energy, adding a proportional fire bonus to melee damage. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Let's do that. Maybe I shouldn't, but seems pretty cool. Intelligent query, resistant to afflictions, resistant to perception. Alright. We're gonna first talk to this person.
Rautai needs a reprieve from the storms, and Deadfire needs order. And I need your help more than I like to admit.
But it's not hard on the bite of.
Are you ready to join forces once and for all?
Not right now.
We can't wait forever, and I know Aethys won't.
Just replied, do you need control of Kaizo? Couldn't you disable the storms and be done with it?
If Kaizo works the way we think it does, then leaving it for someone else would be about as smart as pointing a cannon at our backs. Talk and compromise may work for you, but we can't risk Rautai on someone else's good intentions.
Alright, very well. Here's another thing. I did find out... Oh, what the hell is this? It's good to have you among us, Watcher Nui. Who's this? Who is it? Archipelago is full of pirates. We have to be ready to defend ourselves. Weapon Master. Watch out. Student. Alright. That was waste of time. I have a special dialogue here.
Good to see you again.
I guess not. I still don't know what the purpose of her is. Yeah, so if there's... You have to choose one, and you can't choose any of... You have, like... Sorry. Once you choose your ally, the rest will no longer be at your side. You won't be able to finish their quest lines or anything like that. There is 2 ways around that. One is you make your ship as robust as fuck. And obviously I don't have that type of money. I got 75. The most expensive ship, just the ship alone, is like 125. So I would probably need 200 thou, I'm guessing, with all the weapons and fanciness included. And then buying the shipmates that I'm lacking. Then there is the third option, mysterious third option, if you will. And that is where you start off with the Royal Deadfire Company, and then you ditch them. And it's the only one that works where you can ditch them. And, yeah. We will
Don't
be
keep
doing
Guru
that.
waiting too long. She isn't a patient woman.
You seem different from the rest of it.
How do you mean that?
Oh, come on, you know exactly what I mean.
Are you making advances at me?
No. Lie and say yes.
While
That's it.
I'm not opposed to casual acid, if that changes, I promise you.
Okay, so yeah, there's nothing there to talk about.
Talking about the same Atsura.
So I like how she's actually being humble enough or confident enough to say that she actually needs us. I gotta turn off the fan in this room. It is cold and hot. My PC disagrees, but that's okay. Clear skies. Alright, let me talk to you. Not you. No, I'm trying to talk.
My favorite privateer.
Sit
Clear
around-
skies.
Oh, for saying that, I thought I could pick it up. I was like, what? Okay.
I'm sorry about Giacomo. I know he meant a lot to you.
Agrasima. He is one of the only people in my life who cared for me as a person,
Storyline.
not as a godlike.
I can't help but think about his work. Don't you wonder what might have happened if your parents had known?
Ah. And there are many days I have wondered if death would have been preferable to this.
Wow. She's had our life. Apprentice gunsmith. Alright, let's talk to
Looking
this.
for a pistol or an arquebus?
Alright. This is awesome, but it's $40,000. Trophy, we got pistol. Like, fancy pistol, very expensive as well. All right. Yeah, no, that wasn't what I was expecting. All right, so now we're gonna go back through the gullet, and try to figure this one out, to be honest. It's too bad you can't click on the side of the... I mean, that would be too much, to be honest, but that'd be nice on this one occasion. Arrows.
Faith in the Republics, Palagina.
Some people believe in the gods. I believe in the republics. They will endure long after I am gone.
But do you ever wonder what they'll become?
Alright, let's go to Delver's Road. Dario's hideout, I mean. Let's see if we can get him to...
What do you require?
About the
A most agreeable topic.
Huh. Alright. So that was a waste of time. Leave. Oops. No. The gullet. I don't know why I did that. We're gonna go to dunnage. Dunnage, and then we're going to Fort Deadlight. Actually, let's go to Fort Deadlight first. There's some reason. I don't remember what the reason is. But, it should be good. Oh, something happened.
You find yourself in cold, suffocating darkness. There is a familiar weight in your hand. A lantern.
Oh.
It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down. A wave of blistering heat hits you.
Hey, everyone.
Then a sea salt wind. Divine voices boom and screech. Their words shake the platform beneath you. Shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wodika. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Mogren looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wodika.
Melted visage?
Wodika screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
Alright. I'll just wait here until you're done. This doesn't sound like the natural queen of gods I know. Pat the cover of Wodika's burned book and signal that you talk later. Yeah, this could be destroying the wheel right now and you're arguing. Pat the cover of Wodika's burned book and signal you'll talk later. I kind of like that idea.
You have found us engaged in a spirited discussion.
The pallid knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
The Watchers returned. Perhaps we should hear what he has to say.
Helia's birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
Progress? You're planning something new?
We try, but agreement eludes us.
Andra's storm-dark eyes swivel to meet yours.
Is there nothing we can do?
Mogren glances at the pallid knight from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched, and absorb our scattered children.
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
the god, the oh, what are they called? Godlikes. The godlikes. Didn't Malgrim mention this before?
I did, and I was scolded like a child for my terrible audacity.
Crow's scheme.
A curl of steam rises from her nose. The pallid knight looks on, impassive.
Should we be killed, we may possess the bodies of our godlike children. Or should we face a force too powerful to stand against, we can absorb their souls, granting us additional strength.
That means Pallegina, Tikahu. But wait a second. Wait, 2 seconds. Alright, sorry about that. So, yeah, few things. I was just gonna say, we have Nagati, which is obviously Tikahu. Also, Andra, the other name, has the moon-like godlike, moon godlike. You have fire godlike. You have death godlike, which is supposed to be breath, I guess. Helia's got Pallegina, though you can't play as them. You don't have one for whale. Wutica, I don't think you have one either. But apparently there are ones for Skyn, though not in the game. There are ones for Aothis, not in the game. And then there's also one for Vermingard, that god of entropy. But that's part of the DLC, which I wasn't strong enough to do at this point. So we'll get to that in a bit. Say nothing.
But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
Another. Aren't you bored yet? Right, because I haven't had one of those lately. What do you mean?
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Helia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Helia's finches come to join Wow's floating eye. They hover just out of Mogren's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if he wishes to confront Aothis.
The birds at last linger too long, and Mogren slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform, and fly in a screeching chorus back to Helia.
That was interesting. This Guardian is but one more thing that will fall before me. Guardian Mokaizu? I'll ask that question.
A creature crafted by the Ingwithans to protect the machinery of reincarnation. It doesn't care much for visitors.
Will you divulge our every secret to the Kith, Mogren?
Ah.
Mogren shrugs.
If it suits me.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
Won't Aothis take care of it? Why can't you just get rid of it? So, I have to fight the Guardian of Equalizer. Any suggestions? Let's say the first one. Aothis, why doesn't he take care of it?
It is not one of Gallowayne's mindless beasts. It has a heart and a mind, and it will throw neither away to oppose Aothis.
It has a heart and it has a mind.
And Aothis will not fight the creature. It would prove little more than a distraction for him, especially as my tsunami and Mogren's volcano couldn't stop him.
Why can't you just get rid of it?
It is its own creature, Watcher. It does not listen to us.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aothis' scheme to destroy the wheel?
Accidentally muted myself there. It's a long time coming. Kith will finally know what a bunch of frauds you are. With the God's guidance, we might survive the Aothis plans. We can no longer count on gods for guidance. Kith will have to figure this one out on their own. This doesn't feel like the act of a caring god to me. Aothis is going to destroy everything. Still don't understand what this means. What will happen when Aothis destroys the wheel? We're saying nothing. Let's do 6.
The Pallid Knight spreads wide her hands.
Think of the beyond as a reservoir,
Okay.
the in-between as storm clouds, and souls as rain. When a living thing dies, its soul enters the in-between. And when the in-between grows full, it releases souls into the beyond, where they wait to be redistributed to new bodies, new lives. The wheel is the process by which souls are moved from the in-between to the beyond, from the rain cloud to the reservoir, and from the reservoir into the living world. Without the wheel to mediate the transfer and redistribution of souls, the souls of all who die remain in the in-between. And without souls to fill it, the beyond gradually empties, trapping all of the remaining souls in existence in the in-between.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the in-between is actually, like, if you will, the end. Grithians came up with this other idea that takes them from the in-between and turns them into gods / send them back, reincarnates them. So if you destroy the wheel, then you obviously destroy the power that the gods have. Gods go away. And then, which I don't understand why Aothis would do that, unless he's really, really just full of, what is the term? Confidence in his vision? Or he just is spiteful against his brethren. Breath, though, is a wheel. So I'm starting to think Breath is the wheel. So Aothis is going to kill Breath. But at the same time, Aothis is a wheel as well, because he's death and rebirth. Which is weird, because...
When the beyond is empty and the last creature on Aora dies, that is the end of everything. It is Rimmergon's future, the one he wants for us.
Rimmergon, that's the one. He's got his own godlike. I was telling you about earlier. How does this affect the gods?
Soul essence sustains us. We feed off it, off the little fragments you mortal kith shed like snakeskin as you pass into your next life. Without sustenance, we starve as any mortal might. We die and leave a great silence behind, an eternal emptiness from which nothing is born.
I prefer to think of it as a long, very long vacation. That's pretty funny. Hold on a second. Why do you waste time arguing then?
How can we not? We are each of us beholden to our natures. It is how we made ourselves, just as you are bound by the choices you've made.
Tell us, Watcher, where do you stand?
It's a long time coming, Kith. Okay, so Boudica always wants to be the one. She's believing that the humans have the right to run themselves, in a sense. With the gods' guidance, we might survive the Aothis' plans. We can no longer count on gods for guidance. Kith have no... See, I mean, I feel like it's number 3. Or 4. Let's do 4.
And so many will suffer needlessly for it.
Kith will have a few generations at most before the beyond is vacant of souls, and adaptability is your greatest strength. Aothis believes you will succeed. An uncaring god would not have that faith.
The Pallid Knight knits her fingers together and regards you.
You would take his side? He destroys your wheel.
The Pallid Knight
Exactly.
turns unblinking eyes on Boudica.
Put aside your childish notion of sides and open your eyes. You are made blind by your rage.
Yes.
Aothis loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion. He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try.
Say nothing.
What if Aothis is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
We'll learn and grow at Aces and Tens. We'll make a world without you in it. Don't worry, there'll be a place for the gods in here. Say nothing.
And what if they fail? Then they die. And so do we. We have to help them.
Helia's voice rises, near to panic. Worika drives her fist into her hand.
Help them! We should finally bring them to heel!
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Worika until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aothis yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aothis may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo.
He's not going to listen to me. I'm just a kith. I cannot defy Aothis' will. I'll say nothing.
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The Pallid Knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges
of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind.
Wait, what happens if I fail to convince Aothis of anything? No, I'll just see.
The Pallid Knight conjures a blinding white light in her palm that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you. You come to flat on your back, staring at an all-too-familiar ceiling. Alone, once again.
There we go. Where's Shorty? She's supposed to be with me. Alright. There she is.
A moment of your time, Watcher,
there.
if you will.
I haven't talked to Stuart in a long time. Alright. Yes, Stuart.
Some of the hands discovered an unusual crate in the ship's hold.
How did the crate get into the ship? Unnoticed.
Unfortunately, the ship lacks the defensive fortifications of Cadnua. A crate could have been slipped aboard at any of our ports of call, assuming it wasn't placed among our goods as we took on supplies.
What kind of crate?
It is roughly a yard to a side and labelled beans. The hands who noticed it were tasked by the cook to bring up ingredients for the evening's stew.
No beans in the crate, then? Wave of affirmation rolls from the steward, spiritual equivalent of a nod. Thank you, steward. I'll see what it is. Yeah, it's 3.
The hand left the crate in the hold, if you wish to examine it.
I don't know where the hold is. The bus falls into silence. Open the strange crate. Okay, so,
How may I be of service, my lord?
Who are you? No, what should I do next?
If we are to survive the journey through Andra's mortar, then we will require every available advantage.
I haven't been talking to her enough as I progress through the main storyline.
The great powers of Deadfire seem eager for your help, and all have considerable resources at their disposal. If you could form an alliance with one of them, I suspect they will be able to aid us, though their rivals will be none too pleased. Without such an alliance, this ship will need every improvement you can afford to have a chance at surviving the storms. Even then, it will be a most perilous journey.
How did I get a ship in the first place?
With Cadnua in ruins, there was little purpose in waxing sentimental over the rubble. I was able to salvage enough of your treasure and wealth to afford the purchase of the Defiant and the hire of a small crew. Unfortunately, that consumed the remainder of your once considerable assets. Under the circumstances, I hoped you would not object.
Who are you?
I was the steward of your keep. Long before your time, I had my soul bound to a throne of Ardraban. And for nearly 200 years, I felt Cadnua and the comings and goings within it like an extension of myself. It is a strange connection to lose. Still, it would be unseemly for me to complain of loss to you, my lord.
I don't know how I didn't see any of those options
Watcher,
before.
tell me what's on your mind.
What the hell was that, Shorty? How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares? First one.
She started it.
Spitting mad. Shorty literally spits at your feet.
Alright, might be that I did. But that featherhead deserved it. At least I know I got you in my corner.
I always have you back, Shorty. Alina's right. Stop being so close-minded.
Oh, you make me want to wring the life out of someone, Watcher. And I think murder is a tad unbecoming of a priestess.
Turns to shadow over his shoulder. Sickle swishing in the air.
Even if she does deserve it.
He snaps at her angry glare back to your face. She pokes you in the chest with the back curve of her sickle. Poke, glare, poke.
And you. I got no words for you right now, Watcher.
Take Shorty's sickle.
Hey! Darn it, Watcher! That's stealing!
She lunges and grabs the sickle, but you easily keep it out of her reach. Before long, Shelby worked up a flush and she's laughing, looking like she both wants to strangle you and kiss you.
You're lucky I can't ever stay mad at you.
Hoping is actually impressed. She turns away from you.
Yeah?
Right.
Tell me what's on your mind?
Have you slept on recent nightmares?
Not a one. Thanks to you, I'm sleeping like a babe. I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so
sounds
nice.
like a heavy weight was lifted from his shoulders.
More like from my mind. No matter what comes to pass in the days and nights ahead, and the crush of the souls I'd acquired.
4.
You know where to find me if...
Alright, let's talk to Pallegina.
You only have to ask.
What's your opinion on what's happening with Aethys? She lets a wry laugh, her golden eyes twinkling.
I have to give Aethys credit. He is the only one of his kind to see how corrupt and self-serving the gods are. Even better, his plan, mad as it is, must be sending the rest of his kind into a fit. Their days are numbered, and there is nothing they can do to stop what is coming.
They finally get their due, all of them. Aren't you concerned about Aethys stopping the wheel? Hold on. I don't want the cats to be destroyed. You're happy about this? What's wrong with you? Aren't you concerned Aethys stopping the wheel?
Not at all. Animancers will fix what the gods have perverted, and the republics will lead the way. With any luck, in a few generations, the names of the gods will be forgotten entirely.
Right.
What are we standing around for?
Berta, Marine Sleuths, Nia, Swan, something like that. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Casita, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Folds her arms
I
and
have
flowers.
not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place.
The dark cupboard.
That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive. Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer. In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima.
What did you learn that only Arkemir could teach?
What a question.
Flex her tongue on the roof of her mouth and nods.
Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath. I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined. Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
Are you interested in any particular areas of study?
It is a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life. In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
Before we head out, any thoughts on our travels so far?
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
Curious about you. Any thoughts on our
In
companions?
Pallegina, I see a little something of myself, but she takes it to an unhealthy place.
Right.
Without leadership and a mission, I think she would cease to exist.
Right. I'm curious about
I
you.
came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that. What more could you desire to know, Casita?
Ever aspired to be an archmage yourself?
Not if it means I must submit to a bickering council of madmen plotting against each other. If I ever scribed a spell, it would be the best-kept secret in Eora. Only I would enjoy the satisfaction of knowing it.
Yeah, whale.
Fascina's mirthless laugh.
Ah, that's awesome.
Fascina's prickling pox. No, I have it.
What's the first one?
Fascina's withering glare. Ah, I like the sound of that.
Yeah. How did you get into Archimedes'
Being
employ?
a part of the circle has its little perks, but also some headache-inducing responsibilities. At least one member must always watch over the Deadfire and see that matters do not fall into total disarray. Arkemir wanted the job about as much as he wanted to lance a boil on his deflated scrotum.
Oh, what
but the
the
alternative was giving stewardship to Maura.
Is that even possible?
No one in the circle trusted her with the archipelago.
Oh my god. I hope that's not possible. There's a part of me that's like, oh god, is that possible? I need to know. I really don't want to look that up at all. Ugh. Jesus. No one in the circle trusts her in the archipelago. Who are we talking about? Shit. Arkemir wanted to see a job as much as he wanted to lance, but alternatively giving stewardship to Mara. Okay. What did they have against Mara?
With trading companies dividing up the islands, they didn't think a Huana could stay detached. They also hate tentacle magic.
Ah, it's just the tentacles. Why haven't I seen anything about that in Reddit, man? Oh, you'd think that Reddit would definitely be like, Pillars of Eternity, that's first of two. Anyways.
During the changing of the guard, while a handful of imps loaded Archimir's ship for the journey south, I stowed away in a dresser.
Oh, wow.
Once we were at sea, I made my presence known. A dozen imps tore at my hair and pushed me towards the railing. When Archimir saw me struggle, he didn't step in to help. He just gave me work. I did what I could to make myself useful. Stitched the sails, disciplined the imps. That one impressed him most of all. By the end of the voyage, I had the little stinkers saluting me as I passed.
Cracks her knuckles and grins at
When we made port in Neketaka, he introduced me as his apprentice and installed me at the cupboard for a life of clerical drudgery. You know the rest.
You and Bird 10-0 didn't seem essentially well paired. Can't stand the edges a bit closer. When he catches you looking his way, he frantically motions for you not seeing
I was searching for a life beyond the cupboard, and that handsome oaf was blessed with a silver tongue. Came in handy when he was licking the boots of his creditors. I don't regret our time together. That was just a different fascine.
Crossing her lips in the entire line, she turns to Castellan.
What are you looking at? Go back to rearranging your massage oils or whatever it is you do.
Aye, aye, Casita.
So she sarcastically turns away, slight grin right in his face. What do you want to do with the education?
I have always dreamed of opening a magic shop in Neketaka.
Sighs wistfully and looks off in the distance.
That was a joke.
Yeah, definitely is.
When I set out on this path, I discovered quickly that magic is all tied up in grammar, precision, and insufferable rules. Take a grimoire, for example. Misplace an accent mark over a rune, all the logic of a spell collapses around it.
And you'd prefer something more ill-defined? Why, exactly?
Go on.
I don't want to break the rules of magic, but I want to rewrite some of them. Loosen them up so that any sharp mind can take up the study. The Circle would hate that, wouldn't they? If they could not reinforce their superiority over the rest of us, they might even disband.
Choose a thumbnail and smiles. You must have thoughts about this and other gods.
You assume a great deal, Casita.
Yeah.
When they are not striding across an island, the gods concern me about as much as Eora's moons. Religion was never very important to me. I do not expect that to change now that the gods have revealed their petty, narrow-minded ways.
You know the gods are artificial, right?
I heard a member of your crew whispering of this, but I am pleased to have it confirmed.
There's her eyes and looks up in the
Knowing
distance.
this forbidden truth, does it change anything for you?
It changes everything. People have killed over that knowledge. I no longer have to take the gods at their word. Not sure. Not really. I'll say not sure.
Perfetto. If the gods are not as legitimate as we once assumed, does this make them any less our gods? Does it make your Ardra Colossus retrace his steps back to Cad Nua? As far as revelations go, this one is not very poignant for me. Maybe I'm just the wrong audience. Nothing takes me by surprise.
Right.
Ask away, Casita.
And we're done. Let's talk to this vampire.
Captain, do you require my expertise?
I want to ask you about the work as an animaster.
My studies?
Oh boy.
I cannot promise a dissertation, but I'll happily discourse upon the broader strokes.
So what do you hope to learn from your
The
studies?
truth, of course.
Shows their pops
I'm
you.
sorry that I have no simple answer for you. Embarking on inquiry with an agenda. That is how mistakes get made.
Arms crossed, you're doing other tips on their elbows, so you've been totally without bias. Is that how you ended up dead?
Perhaps later.
I don't understand. The conversations with her are always confusing. Oh, Captain.
What's
Dear.
on you?
Tell me about Baron.
Well, we got him out of there. That's the most important thing. But he is all alone out there. And that's what got him into trouble to begin with. I hope this time it's different. I hope he makes connections. Finds something to do with himself. I worry, though.
What are your thoughts on Aoth?
Doesn't seem much different than Theos and Woodica, does he?
No.
Powerful beings thinking they know what's best for us. Not caring the costs we pay.
Right.
Starting to think we'd be better off without the gods. At least we'd know the messes were our own.
Exactly.
Yes?
Okay, still nothing from him. Okay. Sorry. Got
Captain,
hiccups.
a word?
Alright, what's on your mind?
You came to the Deadfire for your own reasons. The problems of others, they must be noisy obstacles by comparison. We both know the burden of being looked to as a source of hope. What say?
It's not that bothersome. It isn't a problem until the gods start making demands. I test my patience now and again. I don't make light of the trust others place in me. 4.
Well, then you have the distinction of being more generous than Ngati's chosen.
Letting out a sigh, planting his hands on a hip, Gato grins with deep satisfaction. He locks his eyes with yours. Makes no move to break the contact. Look deeply into his eyes. God, is this romantic? I hope it's not. You look like you want to get something off your chest. What are you doing?
I am feeling braver than normal. Ikera, a good captain has that effect on their crew.
I think he's sitting on me.
All the powers of the Deadfire have their eyes on the Watcher of Cadnua. Tell me, is the Watcher watching anyone?
Yeah, he tips his head coyly to the side, letting his hair drape down with a moist squish. I like the cannons. Dragon one's cool. Shodi and I are awfully close. So you can't even cheat if you want to.
Piety inflamed your desire.
Drew rubs his chin and nods.
A pity you did not glance in my direction sooner, Captain. The pain...
Shut up. Other questions?
Captain?
Never mind. Let's be off. What the hell is this? She trusts alongside you. Oh, alright. I forgot. I picked up
Damn
color.
me, the cops run dry.
One more time, Bella.
I feel like I should set the record straight.
She folds her arms and wraps her knuckles against a bicep. Go on, is this about your mission? Do we have a belabor this? Alright, first one.
I didn't get into this business so I could shoot first in a battle that hadn't even started. I can make a case that my work was justified, but gods.
Sesame.
Assassination is a big step in an uncertain direction. We're shooting at people with dangerous ideas, and assuming the ideas will die with them.
I'm going to send it with an expert from an expert's Mark. What up? I'll take it. You never ask these sort of questions while fighting with the Navy. Sound ambient. Feel free to leave me out of this. I'm just a spectator. 1 second. Yeah. So you sound ambivalent.
She's is a good listener, but he's too dumb to offer much perspective. I could use some of yours right about now.
Gives you an inquisitive look. All right. I'm concerned that assassination sets the wrong precedent. Bullets are cheaper than armies. You're spared lives and resources. Right, so you can't compete with valiant funds, pursuing numbers or want of power. This is hard path to defend. History won't be kind. No real opinion on the matter, sorry. I like the first one. So
You're
go with
saying maybe this isn't a memory we want to take home.
As yourself, Maya seems less thoughtful and more resolved. She cracks her neck and rolls her shoulder, letting out a relieved sigh.
You could be right. If we let this sort of thing spin out of control, it won't do us any good in the long run. If we go Atsura's way, we had better be sure that killing the right people makes a difference. Damn sure.
Right.
And if we fall back on what we know, cannons, sieges, occupation, we'd better commit to fighting a moving target. We won't succeed if we don't understand the tribes. And something tells me that we aren't there yet.
Right. Tribes have an entire archipelago as their battleground. Raju should embrace this test of its worth. Tribes have an entire archipelago as a battleground.
I'm sure the Navy would love to test their might against a challenge, even if Atsura is worried about the cost.
I've got some answers.
Alright, let's see if I can talk to you again.
To Ukaizo.
Yeah,
The last
nice.
great arena of this contest. If you believe that sort of thing.
This is the way sniffling.
Planting a flag in the sands of Ukaizo is a great way to hang a target on your back.
Afraid of danger all of a sudden? We set sail for this non-island.
I just
First
want to
one.
know that we're doing this for the right reason. So far, I'm unconvinced. Until I see Ukaizo for myself, it's a bedtime story. Let the poets hang their hopes on a dream. Rawatai's navy should be better than this.
Sounds like you have personal reservations. What does Ukaizo mean to you? Ukaizo means something different to everyone. All the more reason to get there first. The trading companies can bicker their territory. We have work to do. Sounds like you have personal reservations.
Ukaizo isn't a fortress in the path of shipping lanes. We don't even know if this mythical island has any defensive value.
Throws her arms up. Vijay dances back into ruffled feathers and irritating
When
spark.
this campaign is spread across razor-thin margins, how does the company plan on sustaining a garrison half the world away in uncharted seas? All the powers imagine that Ukaizo is a symbol for control, and they're willing to bet everything that they're right.
What does Kaiser mean to you?
Ukaizo has fooled everyone into sacrificing and compromising for the ultimate prize of what? Getting there first? Even if we succeed, not everyone's gonna make it back to sing the tale of lost Ukaizo.
Yeah, it means something different to everyone. All the more reason to get there first. Trading companies can bigger their territory. We have work to do.
Couldn't be prouder to be a part of it, Captain. Thanks for letting me squawk in your ear like a Shiza after too much shark meat. I needed that.
Go on, then.
No other questions can be asked. Bella. Sailor hums heavily. Theodil. Nothing.
Aye, that sheep
This
ahoy,
person.
Captain. What can I do you for?
Alright. What about this person? Alright, so there we go. Keep going. Fort Deadlight. Small fishing village. Pair of supplies. Don't need to buy any. Awesome. My red. Isn't that the watcher? Let's see what we can do. We haven't been here in a bit. Got these pirates everywhere. It's been a long time since I've been here. Let's talk to you.
What'll it be, Swabby? Right away.
Swabby. Boots of evasion, killer's gloves. Anything else? Not really. Pirate. To the dungeons. I don't remember there being multiple people to talk to out here, but okay. Send the siren. Alright, let's talk to this one person.
Was there something else you want?
Alright. So they haven't changed much since we were here last. Kitchen. Okay. To the balcony, to the western ramparts. To command. Gotta find where this chick is. Aldi's or something. Aldi's! Also another crew to the floating hammond. We did. Spellblade. Brute. Captain Aldi's! There we go.
Ah, Captain. Beholding you never ceases to be a wonder. I only wish we met under more pleasurable circumstances.
Oh shit. She erupts with thunder on her bottom lip, blue and black eyes filled with desire for bloodshed.
You wanted to speak with me? Well, consider me a captive audience.
Storming the palace was pretty brazen, don't you think?
Aye, but necessary. Do you disapprove of my tactics?
Doesn't matter, I don't want to know how you plan to reach Kaizo.
The storms would be problematic for sure. If I didn't already have a plan to take command of the floating hangman so as to utterly quell them. We'll sail on through easy as you please. But first, I have a bit of research to hunt down. Last bit of the puzzle, if you will. I'll let you know when it's all set, Lovesome.
Huh?
Aye. You wanted to speak with me?
Damn it. Celebrant? Hee hee. Northern ramparts. I mean, there was a quest where I was supposed to talk to her, I thought. I'm pretty sure there was a quest. Hold on a second. Explored the barrows. Shrewd proposition. Speak to Captain Aldis. Dealt with the blow of the Crispus slaves. Aldis, as Aldis asked. In Fort Deadlight to deliver the news. Alright, let's try it one more time.
Zero done.
Aye. You wanted to speak with me?
Damn. Well, I guess that's fucked. It's a bummer. Now we go to dunnage. Markwater Lagoon. Dude, that's still very high. Alright. In we go. Where do I need to go? Guess there. Forgot to remove the screen. Ah!
I've been loyal to you a long time, Ferrante, but I cannot abide this.
Over here, my friend.
Diverus, is it settled now? I do not like having my hand forced by some rogue god.
Indeed, the vote has been cast. There can be no dispute. The traitor Aldis will hang.
Your vote of confidence is appreciated, my Consuelo. Rest assured, you have made the right decision.
The Black Pox seas we have? What a fucking farce! Mark my words, Councilman. Your souls will be damned for this scheme.
Captain rubs the handle of her gun, but wisely doesn't draw
Do
it.
not forget your promise, Ferrante. With Eldis out of the way, you will sail us to Ukaizo, well before the Huana, the Valen Trading Company, or any others can plunder it.
The god will lead us there, and the floating hangman will navigate the storms.
It's the two council members before no scene.
Your timing is impeccable, as always.
Highest ranking member of the Council of Captains tugs the frilled ends of his sleeve before offering you a charming smile.
We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch.
Matt spits on the floor in her chair before storming away.
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death.
Clears your throat beneath your scrutiny, which one's punishable by death. And these crimes would be...
Defiance. On several past occasions, Aldis has willfully dismissed the mandates of the Consuelo.
Takes account of his finger, not alone. So she's rebellious. What pirate is it?
Oh, there is more.
Sure is a second figure adding to the list of crimes.
Negligence. Too often, Aldis has outright neglected her responsibilities to the Consuelo. When a meeting is called, the presence of all members is required.
Not alone.
Excessive cruelty. Aldis and her new bloods often commit extreme violence in pursuit of financial gain. This drives our foes to take harsher measures against us.
Or you're just too weak to handle valiant trading companies, ship owners now.
Sedition, which you witnessed firsthand when Aldis negotiated with our enemies without the consent of the Consuelo.
I say that's
She has single-handedly endeavored to spark a civil war within the Principe on multiple occasions.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fair enough. Not alone.
And, worst of all, betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principe in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it. This Consuelo session is now concluded. Watcher, might I have a word with you in confidence? What happened at Margran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she is hunkered within her stronghold of Fort Deadlight. Myself and the others of the Consuelo must lay siege to get to her. However, you have a means of entry to the fortress. I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me, and I will grant you her seat on the Consuelo.
Let's see what I can do. I'll talk to her.
Sail to Fort Deadlight and seize the answers which Aldis has secreted for her own gain.
Alright. It's pretty funny.
Did you meet with Aldis at Deadlight? And, more importantly, is she still breathing? You know what I'm hoping for.
Reconsider my alliance.
Leave it to the new bloods to betray each other.
Honor among thieves. Final maneuver. So I just want to make sure I don't accidentally do this. Here's the thing though. This black wood log. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Wait. Yeah. Not sure how to do that one. So we're going to try to figure that out. Right now. Blackwood log. Blackwood log. Used to craft some mysterious halls found within the dark. But how? Let's look that. Okay, so that is only something you can do if you are going in alone, and you have to have 5 of them. So there's 5 locations, and I don't have enough of that. So no. Let's go by C. I'm wondering what I should do as my next quest. So let's figure that out. Vote of confidence, tend to trial as witness. Honor among thieves. Still can't do that one. Investigate the script. Open the strange package found on the ship. Oh yeah. Should turn to Dow to investigate this mystery. Right, I forgot about that. Let's do that really fast. Oh, there you go.
Not a problem.
Alright. Send a food, salt, spices, drink mixed with still odor of old grass and the musty stink of rats, ever-present fragrance of the sea. Dow rocks gently and you hear faint whispers, likely the quiet brushing the winds against the sails. Not far in, you find the crate in question. It slides split by crowbars. The dry glass used as packing material spilled across the floor. Within strands an intricate craft chest of some dark tropical wood. A polished visage peers up at you. A triumvirate of wild animal faces carved into the swirling Juana style. Front of the chest bears an iron latch fixed to a complex iron mechanism that runs at the top 4 corners of the chest. You see no bolt or keyholes. Examine the carvings. Failure. It's seemed to be a spider, stugger, and a boar. Don't know if that is. Okay. But, showed you roses sprinkling the image. I reckon this might be the Juana hunting god Galloway, but not exactly. I examined the -1, the latch. Your arm holds the box together, but you see no locking mechanism. If it's a trap, you don't see any evidence of it. Adir, chewing the nub of his pipe, Adir frowns at the crate. Looks like a whole mess of metal work without much of the way of purpose. Not a trap on it. Okay, open the chest. You turn the latch on the right, and a series of metal arms shift with it. The glass holding the top of the chest come free, and you easily lift the lid. Laying within, cradled by the dry grass, is a Alma head. The mottled flesh of its neck naggily cut free from the rest of the body, whatever that might be. Showed appears over in grim cargo. I can't say I was expecting a head. Not even a little. Want me to fetch my lantern? As you peer down the head, you feel a strange prickling sensation along your skin. Soul energy rises from the crate, throbbing in the air in time with the beating of your heart. It begins to take shape before you. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
You can see me. It's really you, then. The captain of the Defiance.
It's Dow, but yes. Who's asking?
Me, Muatu, formerly of the island of Kazuari. Presently of the Beyond.
Why are you on my ship? Got the wrong captain.
But it must be you.
No.
You opened the box. You can see me. I come from the island of Kazuwari, and we need your aid.
So how do you come to be dead? Who's we? How do you know who I am? What kind of aid do you need?
Kazuwari is an island where the most skillful hunters, the most hardened explorers, the deadliest warriors all gather to earn Tuamawai's favor.
Guessing Tuamawai is okay. Galloway? Yes. Worshipped partly by a small subset of Animus Alma. Animus Alma? Native to the Deadfire, commonly sometimes called the face of the hunt, has been generally conflated with Galloway by travelers from outside the archipelago.
But Humaire, the island's caretaker, says the essence that sustains the island has sickened. Curdled, she called it. The animals, the trees, they all churn with anger and fear.
I'm the greatest warrior. Why haven't I heard about this place? Why ask me, what can I do with that? What can I do about that its caretaker can't? Who is Takamawai?
The faces of the hunt, that which hunts, kills, and endures, respectively. Some believe them to be the tripartite aspects of Gallowayne. Not that I would know, I've never asked them. We need a watcher. No one else can talk to souls, Humaire said, and souls are our problem. You're a watcher, right? The watcher, the one who died and lived again, who speaks to the gods. That's the watcher we need.
More like spoken at by gods.
I knew it! I knew Humaire wouldn't have lied. You will help. Won't
I can help. What do you need me to do? Why is God's name is what I want to help you? You mentioned Toma's favor. I could use a little divine favor. I have much greater concerns than your island. Alright, so, no, that's fine. What do you need to do?
Oh, that's fantastic! Thank you! Speak to Humaire at Kazuwari, Watcher. She'll be able to better explain the situation than I am.
Speak with her. Got it. Where is Kuzumaori?
Kazuwari's a huge island west of Hasango. It's pretty hard to miss, what with the high cliffs and waterfalls. There's one thing you should know. The faces of the hunt jealously control who enters and leaves the island. But there's a waterfall on the southern side of the island that will allow you to sneak in, so long as you're circumspect. I guess you should also know, the island's residents might not take too kindly to your presence if you're found. They're, prickly bunch. But I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
Before you have a chance to respond to the spirit's warning, you notice Kazan is hovering nervously behind it. Did you need something? Not now. Constestin. Did you need something?
No, you know, I just... The thing is, I might know something about that box there. A little more than something. All I'm saying is, maybe you don't want to touch it. Maybe we tie a big rock to it and throw it overboard. Right now.
I'm going to need a bit more on that.
It's a box with a dead man's head in it.
Actually, there's a spirit in the head, too. It's been weirder. Fair point. I mean, I want to say fair point, but let's just tell him that there's a spirit.
Great. That's great.
You seem to know a lot about this. Why is that?
Maybe we should talk about it later. You seem to have your hands full.
Hey, hello? I'm still here. Are you going to help us? We could really use the help.
Helping people who don't want my help sounds like fun.
They're really not so bad once you get to know them. They're almost... nice? Well, no, that's a lie. But Humaire's all right. Once we've arrived, I can help you find your way into the heart of the island. You know, if you want me to. I wouldn't want to presume. In the meantime, I'll be here. Well, behind you, really, with the rest of the spirits following you around.
That's hella weird.
Wonder what Pa's up to.
Okay. CL2 Carine, Western Deadfire. Wild. Wild. Alright, so that is the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.